Your top dating-related inquiries of 2020 revealed 2020 was particularly challenging when it came to love. Not only was it harder for singles to meet people during quarantine, but those in relationships who spent 24/7 together in lockdown were put through the ringer as well. Needless to say, there were a lot of questions about how to handle these dating and relationship situations in such an unprecedented time. But each question proved that people weren't alone with their thoughts, with each subsequent answer proving that everyone across the world was dealing with the same thing. A look at Reddit's dating subpage, which is packed with relatable inquiries relating to meeting and approaching women, maintaining a healthy relationship, and dealing with heartbreak, is all the proof you need. Related. What it's like to go through a breakup. According to Redditors, there's something innately comforting about tossing your burning questions out into the digital void with total anonymity, receiving input or advice from strangers who might be going through the same thing. Maybe it makes you feel a little bit less alone, or maybe it even helps you to see your situation in a totally new light. Without further ado, let's take a closer look at the most common dating and relationship questions that men were asking in 2020. How do I meet women in quarantine? I've been struggling meeting women. I have always had success when I was younger and working in retail. Having friends over might seem like a distant memory for many, but as more and more people become fully vaccinated and feel comfortable getting out and socializing, the time has finally come to think about. Now I work in construction management and 99.9% of the people in construction are men. Moreover, with quarantine I've been feeling more lonely. Entertaining once again. Yes, it's a distinct possibility, and you don't want to be caught unprepared. I suck at online dating. On the other hand, you probably don't want to stock up your fridge and pantry with perishables that you might use if the situation arises. So literally I'll go weeks without interacting with women besides drive-thrus or grocery stores. And it's not just dating. I grew up with 3 sisters and worked mostly with women when I was younger. That's why this recipe for cold spinach and artichoke dip from food blogger and recipe developer Christina Musgrave is the perfect compromise. I've always had female friends until I dated a girl that basically broke all my relationships with women. For her easy, convenient recipe, all of the ingredients are items that you can easily keep on hand in your kitchen, just in case the need arises. So now I just have my bros, but I feel like something is missing. And if they don't, well, you'll still have dozens of uses for each of them. Hello, sock it to me cake with sour cream? Alternately, you can always make this appetizer for yourself. Yes, it's that delicious. Gather your ingredients for this cold spinach artichoke dip. For Musgrave's quick and easy recipe for spinach artichoke dip, you'll need 8 ounces of cream cheese. That's the standard size for a box of cream cheese that you can pick up at the supermarket, as well as 8 ounces of sour cream. That's a cup, in case your container of sour cream is larger than 8 ounces and you need to measure. You'll also need 8 ounces of shredded mozzarella cheese, which you can weigh or measure into a 1-cup measuring cup. Then you'll need frozen spinach. Musgrave recommends a 10-ounce package of frozen, chopped spinach, and a can of artichoke hearts, which you can easily drain and chop. For a little kick of flavor, you'll also need salt, black pepper, and onion powder. How do I get past this feeling, and how do I meet chicks during quarantine? Whether they were seeking a casual situation or something more serious, lots of guys wanted pointers on how to meet new people during the pandemic. Luckily, lots of dating apps added new voice and video features, and singles fully embraced Zoom and FaceTime in order to make more meaningful connections while staying home. In fact, according to Hinge, almost half of its users have been on a video date at this point, and of those users, the majority plan to continue using video features even when they're able to meet up safely in real life. Would it be inappropriate in your line of work to date a coworker? Dating a coworker is a pretty divisive topic. Some insist it's a terrible idea, while others claim that pulling a Jim and Pam, that one's for you, The Office fans, is totally natural. Needless to say, lots of guys were curious about the protocol for bringing a professional relationship to another level. The consensus? A workplace romance can totally work, but you need to set some ground rules and expectations first. It doesn't hurt to prepare for the potential fallout if your relationship doesn't pan out either, like some pretty awkward elevator rides. What can I do to heal after being cheated on? Finding out that your partner has been unfaithful is nothing short of devastating. In order to find better ways to cope with the pain, many men took to Reddit forums asking for tips and tricks that might enable them to move on. Some of the advice included the following: blocking your ex and deleting their number, working out to get your mind off things, exploring some new hobbies you've always wanted to try, spending more time with your buddies, building yourself up with self-love, and seeking out professional help if you need it. How long does it usually take you to get over a woman? Plenty of people were left scratching their heads about how to heal after their relationship ended. While some users wanted actionable tips on how to stop thinking about their ex, many were just curious about when they can expect to finally move forward with their lives. There's no cut and dry answer here. It depends on factors such as how long you were dating, what the nature of your relationship and breakup was, what your support system is like, and how you're coping with the split. Some guys said it took them 2 years to get over their partner, with others noting it took years. But on average, most claim to move on within 2 to 6 months. What are some good date ideas when we can't meet in person? In 2019, your go-to place for a first date might have been drinks at a bar or appetizers at a restaurant. You'll also need chips with which to serve this spinach and artichoke dip, and Musgrave recommends using pita chips, which should hold up well to this sturdy dip, but feel free to use whatever chips you like. Soften the cream cheese and thaw the spinach first things first. Before you do anything else, you'll want to take the cream cheese out of the refrigerator far enough in advance for it to come to room temperature. But obviously, in this COVID-19 world, options are somewhat limited. That explains why so many guys sought out virtual date ideas that could allow them to get to know someone from the comfort and safety of home. Why did she ghost me? When someone you're into suddenly drops off the face of the planet, it's a total gut punch. Whether it's an app match that suddenly went Mia, or someone who stopped texting you back after a few dates, you're left scratching your head over what you did wrong. Since no one can get inside your date's head, most guys agree that it's better to convince yourself that maybe you dodged a bullet after all. Think about it. You probably don't want to be with someone who's disrespectful enough to ghost you. Read this. One too many horrible dates? Here's how to handle them like a pro. How do I stop feeling jealous? It's no secret that the green-eyed monster can quickly sabotage any relationship. Users agree that the best way to cope with jealousy is to keep an open line of communication with your partner rather than trying to hide or suppress it, focusing on building up your self-worth and self-esteem while setting clear boundaries. How often do you text in a relationship? How much texting is considered normal these days? And how do you deal when one partner expects more texts throughout the day than the other? Some men wanted to know how frequently other guys text their partners during the workday, while others wanted to know how to manage expectations in their relationship when they're not really big on texting. Unsurprisingly, the frequency ranged quite a bit from texting once a day to checking in multiple times. However, men noted that this changed when they started working from home right alongside their significant others and were able to talk more in person, thus translating to less texting. How do I get out of the friend zone? Being stuck in the friend zone is an all too common conundrum. That will make it a cinch to mix with the other ingredients. Fortunately, many men have managed to break free and find happiness on the other side. You will also want to take the frozen spinach out of the refrigerator to allow it to thaw so that you can easily mix it into this dip. Prep your artichoke hearts. The next step is to grab your can of artichoke hearts, open the can, and drain the liquid. If you're wondering how to get a female friend to see you differently, guys agree that you'll need to start changing your behavior and finding opportunities to flirt before eventually making your feelings known. Sure, there's a chance that she may not be on the same page, but no risk, no reward, right? You might also dig. Then place just the artichoke hearts on a cutting board, and using a sharp utility or chef's knife, chop those babies up into small bits, or whatever size that you would like to enjoy in your cold spinach and artichoke dip. If you want a chunkier dip and you've got some high-quality artichokes, go with larger pieces.
Combine your cheeses and sour cream. Hopefully, by now, your cream cheese has come to room temperature. That will make combining it with the other ingredients so much easier. If it's not, then you can always take it out of its wrapper and pop it in the microwave for 5 to 10 seconds, but no more, or this won't be cold spinach and artichoke dip. Take your softened cream cheese, sour cream, and mozzarella, and mix them in a large bowl until they are well combined, as shown. Add the spinach. Hopefully, like your cream cheese, your spinach has come in from the cold, so to speak. The spinach need not be room temperature, but it should be soft enough that you'll be able to break it apart with a spoon and add it into the other ingredients. It also needs to be thawed so that you can remove the excess moisture. Otherwise, the water it contains will dilute the dip. Do that now, and mix to combine the spinach thoroughly with the cheese and sour cream mixture. Season your dip with salt, pepper, and onion powder. The last step is to add your salt, pepper, and onion powder to the mixture. Just a quarter teaspoon of each, and you'll have amped up the flavor significantly without overwhelming the primary flavors. Simply sprinkle these 3 seasonings on top of your dip and stir to combine. And there you have it. You're ready to serve your cold spinach and artichoke dip. This will stay good for max 2 days in the fridge, says Musgrave. I don't recommend freezing the leftover dip. Better get eating. 1. 8-ounce package cream cheese, softened 1. 8-ounce package shredded mozzarella cheese 1 cup, 8 ounces, sour cream 1. 12-ounce can artichoke hearts, drained and chopped 1. 10-ounce package frozen spinach, thawed and drained 1/4 teaspoon salt 1/4 teaspoon black pepper 1/4 teaspoon onion powder pita chips. For serving, stir the cream cheese, mozzarella, and sour cream together in a large mixing bowl until combined completely. Add the drained and chopped artichoke hearts and spinach and mix well to combine. Add the salt, black pepper, and onion powder, and mix well. Serve the dip with the pita chips.